Hey you guys, couple things before we get started. First off, apologize for my backdrop. I am making do with a sheet over a screen until I can figure out something better. Also, my neighbor's dog is howling and has been for about a half an hour, and it's probably going to howl during the entirety of this video. Please try to ignore. Okay, so this video is on my skincare routine, and the reason I am doing this is because every time I post a picture I get at least one question about how I take care of my skin. So it's an oft requested video, and I actually have a fairly simple routine. I did a blog post on this a while ago. Some of the products I used have changed, so this won't be exactly like the blog post. This is what I'm currently doing. All right, so first things first, cleansing. I have very oily skin. I like to get it very clean and use a cleanser that dissolves oil well. Over the years I've tried a lot of different things, high-end, drugstore, you name it, I've tried it. What I keep coming back to is the Dr. Bronner's Tea Tree Soap, Castile soap. This is the best cleanser for my skin that I have found. It gets my skin so clean, it removes makeup really well. It's got the tea tree, which is good for acne-prone skin. And it's not expensive. It's like, what, $17 for this whole thing? And this is very concentrated, so you only need a few drops. So that's my cleanser. I use that in the morning and in the evening before bed. The first thing I do when my skin is clean is I apply this toner. I don't use a moisturizer. I use this instead of a moisturizer because I don't like moisturizer. I've never found one that I like. It's greasy, it's heavy moisturizer, that is. It always seems to exacerbate my oiliness. So I found this maybe 6-8 months ago, and I've been using it consistently ever since. And in fact, I've been using this bottle that whole time. It goes very slowly. So I take a few drops of this in my hand. I'm not going to do it because I have my makeup on, but a few drops in your hand, and then on your face, whole face. It's like water. It's totally just liquid, and it feels so nice, and I think that it has kind of smooth things out. It's got CoQ10 in it, and white tea, and arnica, and I don't know if this is actually doing anything beneficial. It feels like it is, and my skin has been consistently getting better since I started using this, but I've been using other things too, so I can't attribute it to this definitely, but I like this a lot, and it has combated any dryness that I've ever had. I rarely get dry, but I haven't had any since I've been using this. So that's what I use instead of moisturizer, and I love it. And I get it at CVS. It's not expensive. This is Avalon Organics, which is a fairly widely distributed natural product. They have a whole line of CoQ10. This is part of a whole line. They've got the toner, they've got 2 different cleansers as a gel, and the milk, which is super moisturizing, way too moisturizing for me, but if you have dry skin, you would probably really like it. I'll put a link below the video. And then they've got 2 different creams, I think. One has SPF for day, and one is thicker for evening. I tried that, again, too much for my oily skin, but it felt really nice and it smelled really nice. Just didn't completely absorb, and it just felt too heavy for me. So I highly recommend this line of products just based on my experience with it. For me, especially the toner, but all the products seem very nice depending on what your skin conditions are. So, okay, I do have a little bit of dryness under my eyes, and that's really the only dryness that I deal with now and really ever. I think it's from age because I never used to have it. It's just been in the last couple of years. And how it manifests is after a few hours, any makeup that I have starts to crease and flake a little bit right through here. So I do use an oil underneath my eyes. And I know a lot of people use and swear by coconut oil. I've tried that and it doesn't work for me. It doesn't absorb, and it's very thick and heavy. and greasy feeling, and I don't like the smell. So I would use coconut oil if it worked for me because it's way cheaper than what I do use, and it's way easier to get a hold of, but it doesn't work for me. So I found this oil. It's Tarte. I think it's pronounced maracuja oil. It's just 100% oil. It comes in this really cute little container. This is a sample. The full size looks exactly the same, just bigger. This is a dropper. So I just take 1 drop on my ring finger and put it under my eyes after I do the toner. And that keeps my under eyes from drying out through the day, and it keeps my makeup from looking flaky and creasy. The other thing, I also use an eye cream. I don't have one that is my holy grail. I don't have one that I recommend above all others. I've tried a lot that I've liked. I've never found one that I absolutely love. I am currently using the DHC CoQ10. This seems very moisturizing, and you get a lot for the money. This is a really big tube, and I think it was like $45. When you consider that most eye creams come in tubes about that big, and this one is significantly bigger, and it feels nice. It's not super greasy. It definitely has helped with moisture, and yeah, I think there's been some improvement in fine lines, although I'm not going to say for sure because it's pretty subtle. But I like this. Don't madly love it, but it's good for what you get for the money. So that's the extent of my moisturization, my moisturizing routine. So once I've done all that, then in the morning I will put my makeup on, and my makeup has an SPF in it. I have a few different foundations and BB creams that I use depending on how I'm feeling that day, what my, how long it's gonna be before I can take my makeup off, whether I'm feeling oily or if I'm broken out and need heavier coverage. But all the foundations and BB creams that I use have SPF. SPF is so important. If you don't wear foundation or you use a foundation that doesn't have SPF, definitely add that step between moisturizing and your foundation. Sunscreen is so important for protecting your skin and keeping your face healthy. I don't have one that I super madly love. This is the one that I use if I'm just going to use sunscreen and no makeup. This is Image Skincare. This is the Daily Matte Moisturizer. It's got SPF 35. This is good stuff for oily skin. It's really hard to find. You have to get it from a spa or esthetician who sells the line. We sell it at my work, so I get a discount, and that's where I get it. But your mileage may vary. You might not even be able to get a hold of it. Just find something that you like, even drugstore products. Get something that's going to protect your skin from the sun. All right, and in the evening, after I do the toner and the oil and the eye cream, then I put on benzoyl peroxide for preventing acne and for just keeping my skin matte. If I consistently use benzoyl peroxide every night, my oiliness is a lot better. I don't get as greasy during the day. I have tried a lot of different brands, and I haven't found any major difference between them. The cheap stuff works just as well as the expensive stuff. I am currently using the generic brand that Kaiser Permanente makes, and when I go to the hospital for any reason, I will just pick up a tube because it's like $5 for this giant tube, and I'm using 10% now, which is pretty strong, but I've got pretty strong skin. 5% works really well too, and is better if you have sensitive skin. So this prevents acne, it treats acne, it will combat oil, it will bleach fabric though, so if you're going to use benzoyl peroxide, use white sheets. I only use it at night. I don't wear it during the day because it would bleach my clothes, and I don't want that. And once a day is fine for maintenance. It's not for everybody because it can be drying, and it can, if you have sensitive skin, it can make it red and itchy, and I don't have any of that. My skin's pretty tough and pretty oily, so benzoyl peroxide works really well for me. And like I said, I've tried expensive and cheap brands, the cheap stuff works just as well as the expensive stuff. So don't break the bank on this. That's it. That's the extent of my skincare routine. Oh, well, okay, I take that back. I also exercise regularly and eat relatively healthy food and, you know, plenty of fruits and vegetables, and try to get enough sleep, because sleep deprivation is going to make your skin dull and not so glowy. And then a good foundation and good lighting, and you can take a really good picture. I have bright light, bright sunlight coming through the window right in front of me, getting a little bit of a glare. But a good foundation and good lighting can work miracles. I don't have perfect skin. I have a little, I have one little pimple right now. And if you look closely, you can see that I have quite a bit of acne scarring right through here. I've got some on my cheeks and on my chin, but good foundation, good lighting really hides that. So there you go. That's my simple skincare routine. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be chemically. Most of the products that I use are pretty natural. I think the eye cream is probably the least natural of the products I use. And like I said, I don't madly love this. One I do really like, because it has SPF in it, is the Murad Vitamin C. I don't have any right now, but it's got SPF 15 or something in it, which is so great because most eye creams don't have SPF, and people don't put as much sunscreen under their eyes, so this delicate skin gets a lot of sun, and sun damages it. So yeah, finding an eye cream with SPF is a good thing. I will link to that as well. I think that is everything. Hopefully that answers your questions and gives you some ideas. And guys, tell me what you want me to do videos on. I tend to think that what I have to say isn't going to interest anybody, and so I don't make videos unless I am asked specifically for them. So tell me what you want me to make videos about, because I'm into making videos now. I'm trying. That's one of my New Year's resolutions for 2014, is to make more videos and put a face to my blog and a voice, and kind of get comfortable on camera. So not just beauty stuff, but if you want me to talk about fitness stuff and food stuff and, you know, whatever you want me to talk about, put it in the comments. Let me know what you want me to make a video about. And subscribe and like my Facebook page and my Twitter. I'll put those below as well. And I will see you on Facebook. Thanks for watching, guys.